All right, so just like example number 1, we're going to be factoring out the greatest common factor. These ones just get a little more hairy now. They have a little more to consider while we're doing that. So let's go ahead and factor this guy here. So now I have 3 terms, and I want to factor out the greatest common factor, also known as the GCF in mathematics. We kind of just say it short by saying GCF. Let's just first look at the coefficients. So I have 100, 50, and 25. So what is the biggest number that divides into all 3 of them? 100, 50, and 25 has to go into all 3. Well, that would be 25, right? So that's why I'm going to factor out a 25. Okay. Now let's look at our variables here. I have m to the power of 5, m to the power of 4, and m to the power of 3. Okay, so let's see. So m to the power of 5 means I have m times m times m times m times m. And over here I have m to the power of 4. Well, m to the power of 4 means m times m times m times m. And then m cubed means m times m times m. So now if I say, okay, what is the greatest common factor? How many m's does each term have in common? What is the greatest number of m's that both m's have in common? Well, this has 3, this has 4, and this has 5. So each of them has 3 in common, and that's going to be my GCF. I'm going to pull out 25 m cubed. So basically what you do is that you look at m to the 5, m to the 4, m to the 3, and whatever one has the lowest, that's what they each have in common. Okay, so now we're going to put what goes back inside the parentheses. So check this out. This is how this works. We say 25 times what is 100. 25 times what is 100? Well, it's going to give us 4. And then 25 times 4 is 100. Now, m cubed times what is m to the power of 5? Well, that's going to be m to the power of 2, right? Because when you multiply m cubed times m squared, you add the exponents. Okay, minus, because that's a minus sign right there. 25 times what is negative 50? Well, 25 times negative 2 is negative 50. And then m cubed times what is m to the power of 4? That's just going to be m. And then 25 times what is 25? Well, it's just going to be 1. And then m cubed times what is m cubed? Well, that's already the m cubed there, so that means we'd be done. Going down here to part B. Let's first look at the coefficients. So I have a 5, a 15, and a negative 20. So they each have a negative 5, or actually not negative, but they each have a 5 in common. So I'm going to factor out a 5. Now let's look at this: m to the 4, m to the 5, and m to the 4. 4, 5, 4. Well, that means the lowest one is 4. And we have x to the cubed, x to the 6, and x to the 6. The lowest one is x cubed. So that's this right here on the outside is called my GCF. So 5 m to the power 4, x to the power 3. We want to multiply all this by something to get this. Well, wouldn't that just be 1? Because this whole thing times 1 is just itself, right? Plus, let's see, 5 times what is 15? Well, I want 3. M to the power 4 times what is m to the power 5? Oh, well, that's just going to be m. And then I want an x to the power of 3, because x cubed times x cubed, I add 3 and 3 get 6. Let's see, 5 times what is negative 20? Well, that would give me 4. And I already have my m to the power 4 there, but I need an x to the power of 3. Because x cubed times x cubed will give me x to the power 6. And that would be it.